Hello and welcome. In this video I'll be showing you the latest update for the community JAS39 Gripen version 1.5 that was released today on the 25th of July 2021. Now, as you can see, I've got the Gripen wallpaper up, but there it is. As you can see, I've got 1.5 beta. To have it correctly installed, you need to download extract from your download folder and move it over to your personal folder, save games, mods, aircraft, and that's where it will be saved to. As I've said in my previous couple of videos, anything that I show, unless stated otherwise, is always installed into your save games folder, never ever the core folder, as it can seriously mess things up. So I'll be including the download page link in the description. I'll also be including the Eagle Dynamics forum page link in the description, and just while I'm at it, just to give it a shout out, why not join their Discord? I'll try and put a link in the description, as it's well worthwhile joining that, as any changes, updates that are forthcoming, any news will be put on the Discord first before anywhere else. So that's the place to go if you want to be up to date with this mod. So I'll stop flapping my gums and we'll get into it. So we'll start off in the mission header. As you can see, I've got two parked at Cobbletti. This is the air-to-air variant, this is the air-to-ground variant. We still have the two variants, as it's still based on the VSN Gripen that was made a while back, but it's better to have two variants than none at all. So we'll first have a look at the air-to-air. And just so we're at it, I will try and place a changelog into the description somewhere, because there's just so many changes that have been implemented in this latest update. There's just too many for me to mention, but there have been some weapons changes and some additions, liveries. As you can see, I've got an Austrian Gripen here. The seat model and textures have been changed, as well as forward-looking infrared has now been implemented into the aircraft, as so it no longer takes up weight. Same with the electric intelligence suite is also implemented into the fuselage, and so is the electronic countermeasures. So all three of those are implemented in here without any addition to the maximum weight. Other than that, everything is additional, but we'll start with the air-to-air, as I'm already on it. And on the outboard, a couple of additions. We've got the Python 5 and the A data. The A data being this little beauty here, and Python 5 I believe could be well, it looks like a Russian missile, but I know that's not the fact. I should have looked that up before I did this video, but I didn't, so I do apologise. Next in for that is IDARBY, that's beyond visual range active radar missile there. I've got one on either side. No, I haven't. I've got an AIM-120 this side. No, I'm looking on the wrong pylon. So yeah, one either side. And these aren't AIM-120s, these are Meteors. How embarrassing. But other than that, there's not much change to the air-to-air variant. We shall take a look at the inside cockpit view very shortly, but we'll have a look at the air-to-ground version now. So you like air-to-ground? Well, things just got a little bit more interesting. I'm going to quickly go through the liveries as it's the same for both aircraft. As I say, you've got the Austrian, Brazilian Navy, and then a load of special tail for the Czech Air Force, Hungarian Air Force, Finnish Air Force, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and what I thought was the Royal Saudi Air Force, which is actually the Swedish Air Force. We've still got the Desert, Forest, Winter and Splinter, and then we've got your everyday Swedish Clean, Dirty and Digi Camo, and then we've got the Royal Thai Air Force, and last but not least the South African Air Force. So very high quality liveries that have been added, really look the part, so very nice indeed. I think I'm going to go with the Royal Canadian Air Force. And what is the difference between those two? One says Canada and one doesn't. Okay, we'll go with one that doesn't say Canada. Oh, it does there. Right, as for loadouts, on here I've got the Python 5 and the, what's the name of that one again? Data. Here I've got the M70 unguided rockets, the high explosive warheads. This is the M71 low drag gravity bombs. This is the GBU-39 TV guided glide bombs, and then in the middle we've got the Brimstone, and obviously Lightning Pod. Low light TV is implemented in the aircraft with a flick of a switch, and so is the I believe the Phantasmagoria is as well, so there's no need to worry about attaching that as far as I'm aware. So yeah, anti-shipping and anti-radar seed missions will be a little bit more simpler, and you haven't got the penalty of having one of your pylons taken up. So also there are also a lot of combinations here. Maximum anti-shipping there, look at that, for the RBS 15s, Jesus. Sorry, yeah, so obviously you've got the Storm Shadows as well. Showed those in the last video. I'm sure they look better than they did in the previous video, but yeah, really come along nicely. Some changes to the controls that you'll need to implement, but hey, if you want to use this, then again there's going to be some chopping and changing for a little while until things settle down to a more consistent variation. So let's get into the sim proper and have a look at the cockpits, and then we'll look at some of the weapons. And here we are in the air-to-air variant. As you can see, quick look around the cockpit, things have improved quite a bit. The seat modelling and textures look awesome. As you can see in the HUD and the central screen and the right screen, the avionics taken from the Flaming Cliffs 3 F-15. So you've got your radar in your right MFD, loadout, RWR. This is your, I guess, bearing compass, your Mach meter, your altitude, artificial horizon, and again, nothing's clickable, but I wouldn't expect it to be yet, not for a while, but it does look very good. Other than that, not too much has changed. Go on the outside view, and yep, the textures vastly improved, look very, very good. And this also has the ability to air-to-air refuel, so you can set up the probe controls. But yeah, the got air brakes there, and your flaps obviously. But other than that, not much else to really show that would be any different. But yeah, that's a very good model, very nice textures. Weapons look great. Lighting systems spot on. So yeah, let's have a look at the air-to-ground variant. And here we have the air-to-ground variant. As you can see, not much difference, as you wouldn't really expect there to be, simply being it is the same aircraft. The only difference on this one though is the two MFDs here. That one doesn't get used at all. This one is used for your low light TV or your targeting system, your lightning pod. I don't think I can show while we're on the ground, but yeah, forward-looking infrared is all shown up on here. The only complaint I do have is that's a lot of HUD to have such a small showing in it. I would like that zoomed in just a bit, just so that I don't have to zoom in myself, because that seems a bit much to... I mean, he's crammed a lot in a small space there. That's my only criticism, but everything else is good. This is the variation I'll be flying in this video, mainly because it's the air-to-ground variant that's had the most changes to it. Yes, there's been changes to the air-to-air armaments, but nothing that really is too much to worry about. Whereas some of the ordnance that's been added to this needs accuracy and proper use of the targeting system. So again, we'll have a quick look on the outside. Canadian Air Force. Okay, got the refueling probe. I've just stuck the default configuration with the Storm Shadows. Not Storm Shadows. Yeah, Storm Shadows. Sorry, I always get that confused with Brimstone for some reason. And the Python 5s. What I'll do is I'll exit this now and change the setup so there's some variation in weapons, and then we'll go and blow some stuff up. Right, so I'm all set up and I'm heading towards the disused airfield, which is just north of Toomey. I've got some small bits of armour there that I'm going to use as a target range. So the setup on the wingtips, got Python 5s, then going from outboard in M70 high explosive unguided rockets, GBU 32, Brimstone, GBU 31, and then the GBU 39 TV guided glide bombs. So we'll start with the rockets, fire the Brimstone, and then we'll go to the other ones, 32, 31 and 39. So we'll get going. Right, so I have some small armour just on the airfield here, and I'm going to fire off my rockets in just a second. There we go. Let's see how accurate they are. Well, managed to get a one BTR 80. Damaged it 68%. Would have thought it would have caused a bit more damage than that, being high explosive. And then again, armour piercing warheads would have been more appropriate, I'm guessing. Anyway, next, the Brimstone. For this we're going to need the TV guidance. Whisky-Actual, or in its guise at the moment, the Lightning 3 targeting pod. Okay. Okay, so we've got a lock. Third one for luck. Okay, yeah, I wasted 3 brimstone on 1 BTR-80, but I'm not trying to win a mission here, I'm just showcasing some weapons. Next, we will be using these are classed as TV guided glide bombs. What they really are is GPS, inertial navigation, guided munitions, but because we can't implement that in the sim through this mod at the moment, we have to use the TV. It's been selected as a TV guided munition, so we have to get an official lock so that it says on screen that we have a lock. Otherwise you won't be able to release the weapon. There'll be no guidance, anything. So let's swing it round and see what happens. Right, so I've gained some altitude. The reason being is that the latest edition TV guided glide bombs, the idea is that you get as high as you can, as fast as you can, and you have a more successful chance of hitting your target. The only thing being is that you need a proper lock for them to work. You can't just say lock at the ground there and be done with it. You need to have a proper lock on something, so let's hope we can... We're locked onto something yet? Would be nice. Let's track onto that for a minute. There we go, got a lock. Now, the idea is to wait for the arrow to come down into the range brackets, and then once the arrow is in the range brackets, you press and hold the pickle button and the bomb should drop. Press and hold and the JDAM's away. Now let's see how accurate it is. Wow. Woo, okay. Bunker buster. JDAM. That seemed to be quite accurate. I'm guessing the same would be with the GBU-31 as well, only slightly smaller. I'll show you that one and then I'll end the video. So that's pretty much how it is. I haven't gone into too much detail into how to fire these things and whatever. I am planning on doing a tutorial at some point when I get the time. So that's why I'm just trying to showcase what's new in this latest update, and then hopefully bringing tutorials online once it matures a little bit more. Get our lock on. Do we have something here? Straying off. It's a really awkward place to have that. There we go. Okay, so if we get back on track, just wait for the stick the laser on now. it's TV guided, it doesn't really matter. And wait for it to get into the brackets, which is now. Push and hold. GBU31 has been released. There we go. And it tracks. Lovely. Oh, no, we just lost track there. Must have been going a little bit too quickly. So, there we go. That was guided munitions, rockets, and some of the updated parts of version 1.5. Hopefully this has got you interested if you don't already have it. If you don't have Flaming Cliffs 3 module installed, you can still use this variant, as it uses the avionics from the SU-25T, which comes with DCS, so not all is doom and gloom. But if you do have Flaming Cliffs 3, you can obviously use the air-to-air variant as well. So there you have it. This has been the community JAS39 Gripen version 1.5. So get out there and have some fun with it. Hopefully it will start showing on some servers soon, so that we can have some more variation online. Anyway, I've been chatting for way too long now, and probably wasted too much of your time. So thanks for watching if you got this far, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.